For over 30 years, the Mazda Miata has been a go-to for driving thrills that won't break the bank. Forget practicality. This Roadster is all about driving fun. You know, feeling the wind in your hair, the sun on your face, the engine screaming, and all of that. It just makes you smile. But what should you expect when it's time to buy one? Hi, I'm Ryan from Edmunds. Each year, we painstakingly test and review hundreds of cars, while CarMax experts buy, sell, and appraise thousands and thousands. We're combining our car testing knowledge with their experience to help you make the right choice. Before we dive into the video, do me a personal favor and click like and subscribe to see more CarMax videos. And if you'd like to learn more about the Miata in all of its many iterations, click the link in the description below for a full in-depth article. Since its debut in 1989, Mazda has sold over 1 million Miatas. That's a lot of cars, and it also means that there are going to be a lot of good used options out there. So which one should you look at? The most recent generation is a great place to start. This 2020 Miata is part of the current 4th generation, which made its debut in 2016. Versus the generation before it, this one lost a fair amount of weight and received a more aggressive design. Like a boxer in training, this one grew leaner and meaner. What hasn't changed is the original recipe, a lightweight, 2-seat, rear-wheel drive Roadster that delivers fun like any good Porsche. Yes, I just said Porsche, about a Mazda. The fun improved in 2019 when the Miata upgraded to 181 horsepower under the hood, making this the most powerful Miata ever produced. The Miata comes in 2 sets of body styles. Well, they're roof styles, really. There's the classic soft top, and the RF has a power folding hard top. Each has its own set of advantages and disadvantages, which we'll get to a little bit later. CarMax sells 2020 soft top Miatas for an average of about $28,500, while the RF sells for about $30,000. Of course, both of these prices depend on things like the trim level, mileage, options, and other factors. No matter which Miata you get, there's little else like it out there on the road. Other Roadsters, like the Audi TT, Porsche Boxster, and Mercedes-Benz SLC, all start at higher prices. The closest competition you'll find is the Fiat 124 Spider, and that's literally a Miata underneath. Yes, it's the same car under different bodywork and with a different engine. If you squint hard enough, you can kind of see a Miata in there. This Roadster has been a perennial favorite for driving enthusiasts everywhere. In fact, at Edmunds, we've owned several, including a 2019. It was part of our long-term test fleet where we buy, drive, and write about our experiences as regular owners. Our 2019 Miata never had an empty dance card because it was a staff favorite for weekend road trips, and it can turn mundane commutes into adventures. I'm not kidding, it's that fun. This is my fun face. Summer is here, friends. So let's drop the top and take a closer look. In the RF, you hit this button to raise and lower the roof, and it takes about 13 seconds. It's kind of like watching a beautiful ballet. I would almost buy tickets for this. It's quicker to raise and lower the roof if you have the soft top, as long as your rotator cuffs don't mind a little manual labor. The downsides to the soft top are it gets pretty noisy on the highway, and a box cutter is basically all you need to break into the car. On the other hand, with the hard top, you have more security, there's less noise on the road, and you have more protection from the weather. The materials inside the cabin of the Miata are good. There's soft touch points, and even the plastic parts are visually interesting. Most trims come with cloth seats, so if you want leather, it's best to look for the Grand Touring trim, where they're standard. Our editors had mixed feelings about these seats. Some of them felt they were just so-so, while others were pining for the optional Recaro seats, which are really sporty, but they only come in the Brembo BBS Recaro package in the club trim with the manual transmission. Headroom and general comfort are also kind of sore points for the Miata, especially if you're over 6 feet tall. I'm right at 6 feet, and this is about the limit of what I'm willing to endure. Miata is just not made for taller folks. In some ways, the Miata makes the most of its small dimensions. For instance, with this beautiful minimalistic design, it keeps all of the controls nicely in reach, which is great because you don't have room for much else at all. You've got two really small cubby spaces, and that's about it. When it comes to cargo space, there's a pitiful 4.5 cubic feet of maximum capacity. That's about enough for an overnighter or a couple of bags of groceries. Forward visibility in the Miata is great. You have a really nice view of the road ahead. But as you can imagine, this convertible structure makes it really difficult to see behind you. In particular, the support bits on the side create significant blind spots. On the tech front, you get this nice 7-inch touchscreen. Oddly though, the touch function only works when the car is stopped. So thankfully, there are these dial controls to operate it when the car is moving. For 2020, several features were made standard, like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in the Club or Grand Touring trims. But Bluetooth connectivity is standard across all models, so you won't be left out of streaming your music in the Sport trim. Okay, enough talking. Let's do what this thing is made to do. Finally, this is what it's all about, the act of driving. This car is a lightweight, but it has enough juice under the hood to get from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 6 seconds flat here at the Edmunds test track. We found the steering is really light and responsive, so you can place the car exactly where you want it. And it's best to use smooth inputs so you can carry lots of speed. There's an available upgraded sport suspension, and it also comes with a limited slip differential. That's on the Club and the Grand Touring trims. Woo, they make it feel stiffer on the road, but in the track here, it makes the car come alive. Now, if you go for the soft top, that actually saves about 115 pounds compared with this RF hard top. It makes the weight feel like it's in the front of the car, so the rear feels like it's dancing around back there, which is really lively, but it's also pretty predictable and easy to control. Miata's just a lot of fun, period. Obviously, you can tell this car is an automatic, and it has paddle shifters on the steering wheel, which are pretty engaging, but it's nothing like a manual. So what you really want is the 6-speed manual transmission, and that's naturally a short shifter, which means there's shorter physical distances from position to position. This is one of the most fun cars you can buy, period. There aren't a lot of cars out there that provide this much fun at this price point. So which body style is better? Yes, looks are a personal preference, but my choice is definitely the RF. From some angles, it almost looks exotic. We also recommend the RF if you plan to use the Miata as more of a daily driver, or if you're intending to drive well into the winter. I mean like real winters. If weekends are your time to shine, the soft top Miata simply can't be beat. And the Club trim is the sweet spot in both body styles, especially when paired with the manual transmission. Like I said, get the manual. You will thank me later. No matter which direction you go, you're going to have fun. After all, that's what the Miata is all about. Thank you so much for watching the video, and thank you in advance for hitting the like button and the subscribe button so you don't miss any more CarMax videos. Leave us a comment and let us know which version of the Miata you would choose. And if you want to learn more about the Miata, click the link in the description below for a full in-depth article.